What if I told you that the universe isn't just out there, but also inside your mind? That reality itself might be more of a thought than a thing. Sounds crazy, right? But stay with me, because this idea has the power to transform how you see everything. In ancient teachings, there's a principle that says, the universe is mental. It's the idea that the world we experience isn't made of solid stuff, but instead, it's a reflection of consciousness. Today, we'll unravel what this really means, why it matters, and how modern science surprisingly backs it up. By the end of this video, you'll see the world and your place in it in a completely new way. Let's start with a question. Why does life sometimes feel so chaotic, like we're just tiny specks in a massive, uncaring universe? For most of us, reality seems rigid, fixed, and completely beyond our control. But what if this perception's actually wrong? What if we're not just passive observers, but active participants in shaping the world around us? Ancient wisdom offers us a startling answer. The first law of Hermeticism, known as the principle of mentalism, declares the all is mind, the universe is mental. This idea challenges everything we think we know about reality. But before you dismiss it as mystical nonsense, consider this. Even modern science has started to hint that consciousness might be fundamental to existence itself. To understand this principle, let's dive into its roots. The concept originates from Hermeticism, an ancient philosophical system attributed to Hermes Trismegistus. According to this tradition, everything, every star, planet, and living being, is a manifestation of a universal mind. It's like we're all individual thoughts in an infinite cosmic dream. Think of it this way. When you dream, the world in your dream feels real, doesn't it? The people, the places, the emotions, they're all vivid and alive. But when you wake up, you realize it was all a creation of your mind. The principle of mentalism suggests that our waking reality operates on a similar principle. Modern physics offers an intriguing parallel. Consider the famous double-slit experiment. In this groundbreaking study, scientists observed how particles, like electrons, behaved when passing through two slits. When no one observed them, the particles acted like waves, creating an interference pattern. But the moment they were observed, they behaved like particles, choosing a specific path. This experiment reveals something profound. At the quantum level, reality changes depending on whether or not it's being observed. In other words, consciousness plays a role in shaping reality. This aligns eerily well with the Hermetic idea that the universe is mental. But here's where things get even more interesting. If the universe is a mental construct, and if our minds are sparks of this universal consciousness, then it means we're not separate from the cosmos. We're deeply interconnected with it. So why don't we feel this connection? Why do we often feel small, powerless, and separate? The answer lies in another Hermetic teaching, the illusion of separateness. Our minds, conditioned by experiences, fears, and societal programming, trick us into believing we're isolated individuals. Yet when you strip away these layers of illusion through practices like meditation or deep reflection, you begin to sense that underlying unity. Ancient teachings across cultures echo this truth. Buddha once said, "What we think, we become." This mirrors the Hermetic belief that our thoughts don't just reflect reality, they actively shape it. But let's be real. It's one thing to hear these ideas and another to live by them. How do we take this knowledge and use it to transform our lives? What if we could tap into this universal mind to create the reality we desire? What if the true key to unlocking our potential lies not in changing the outer world, but in mastering our inner world. To understand how to tap into this power, we first need to address the distractions that keep us disconnected from it. In today's world, our minds are bombarded with endless streams of information: social media, constant notifications, advertisements, all competing for our attention. Here's the catch. Your attention is one of the most powerful tools you possess. Hermetic teachings liken attention to a magnifying glass. When focused on a single point, it can ignite a fire. But when it's scattered, its power is lost. Modern science backs this up. Studies show that our ability to focus is rapidly declining. The average attention span today is just about 8 seconds, shorter than that of a goldfish. This fragmentation of focus weakens our creative potential and makes us reactive rather than proactive. Instead of being the architects of our reality, we become passive participants, swept along by the currents of external stimuli. Think about it. Every time you mindlessly scroll through your phone or binge watch another series, you're not just passing time. You're allowing your creative energy, the very force that shapes your reality, to be siphoned away. But here's the good news. The power to reclaim your attention, and by extension, your creative potential, is entirely within your control. The first step is to recognize the distractions for what they are: thieves of your mental energy. The second step is to cultivate practices that help you regain focus. One of the most effective tools for this is meditation. Hermetic teachings regard meditation as a way to return to the 0 point, the stillness where nothing and everything coexist. In this state, your mind becomes like a calm lake, clear, reflective, and receptive to your intentions. Meditation strengthens your ability to focus, much like exercising a muscle. Each time you sit in silence and redirect your wandering thoughts, you're sharpening the blade of your mind. Over time, this practice enables you to channel your attention with precision, allowing you to manifest your desires more effectively. But meditation does more than just enhance focus. It also gives you access to your subconscious mind, and this is where the real magic happens. The subconscious is like a vast, fertile field where seeds, your beliefs, thoughts, and emotions, are planted. Over time, these seeds grow into the experiences and circumstances of your life. If you plant seeds of doubt, fear, and limitation, your reality will reflect these. But if you plant seeds of confidence, abundance, and possibility, your reality will transform accordingly. So, how do you plant the right seeds? By consciously choosing the thoughts and emotions you allow to take root. This is where practices like positive affirmations and visualization come into play. Let's break this down with an example. Imagine you want to cultivate confidence. Start by visualizing yourself in situations where you feel secure and self-assured. Picture yourself speaking clearly, making decisions effortlessly, and radiating confidence. Now don't just see it, feel it. Feel the warmth of success, the steadiness of belief in yourself. Here's the secret. The subconscious doesn't differentiate between imagined experiences and real ones. When you immerse yourself in this visualization, you're effectively reprogramming your subconscious to accept confidence as your new reality. Over time, this inner shift will manifest in your external world. This process isn't instant, and it requires consistency. But as you repeat these practices, you'll notice subtle changes. You'll find yourself standing taller, speaking with more conviction, and facing challenges with newfound strength. At its core, the principle of mentalism teaches us that we are not victims of circumstance. We are creators of our reality. The world around us is like a mirror, reflecting the beliefs and thoughts we hold within. But to truly harness this power, we need to align our conscious and subconscious minds. When these two forces work in harmony, they become an unstoppable engine for creation. Now that we've explored how our attention and subconscious shape reality, it's time to dig deeper. What happens when we align these principles with the universal mind itself? How do we move beyond individual creation and tap into the limitless potential of the cosmos? To truly unlock the power of mentalism, we must shift our focus from the individual to the universal. The Hermetic principle doesn't just claim that the universe is mental, it asserts that we are active participants in this grand mental construct. Think of the universal mind as an infinite ocean of potential. Each of us is like a drop of water within that ocean, distinct yet inseparably connected. This connection means that the energy of the universal mind is always accessible to us. But here's the catch. Most of us don't realize this because we're trapped in the illusion of separateness. This illusion is deeply ingrained. From a young age, we're conditioned to see ourselves as isolated individuals navigating a cold, indifferent world. We're taught that success comes from external effort, that happiness lies in material possessions, and that power belongs to a select few. But what if this narrative is wrong? What if the real source of power isn't external, but internal? The Hermetic teachings tell us that by aligning with the universal mind, we can transcend these illusions and access boundless creativity, wisdom, and potential. One of the most profound ways to do this is through intentional focus. Remember the double-slit experiment we discussed earlier? It showed us that observation alters reality. This isn't just a quirky phenomenon at the quantum level. It's a metaphor for how our focus shapes the world around us. When you direct your attention toward a goal, you're sending a clear signal to the universe. It's like throwing a pebble into a still pond. The ripples of your intention spread outward, influencing the fabric of reality itself. But this process requires clarity and consistency. Here's an example. Imagine you're striving for financial abundance. If your thoughts are scattered, fluctuating between desire and doubt, your signal to the universe becomes weak and muddled. But if you maintain unwavering focus, visualizing and believing in your success, you strengthen the ripple effect. This isn't wishful thinking. It's a practice grounded in both ancient wisdom and modern psychology. Studies have shown that people who set clear intentions and visualize their goals are significantly more likely to achieve them. Why? Because focused intention aligns your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your desired outcome, creating a powerful synergy. But there's another layer to this: emotion. Thoughts alone are not enough. The universal mind responds most strongly to feelings because emotions are the language of the subconscious. When you pair a clear intention with a deep, positive emotion like gratitude, joy, or excitement, you amplify your creative power exponentially. Let's revisit the example of financial abundance. It's not enough to visualize wealth. You need to feel wealthy. Close your eyes and imagine the freedom, security, and joy that financial abundance brings. Feel the weight of worry lifting from your shoulders. Feel the excitement of achieving your dreams. This emotional charge acts as a magnet, drawing your desires closer to you. And as you maintain this state of feeling, you'll start to notice opportunities, ideas, and connections appearing in your life, seemingly out of nowhere. This is the essence of the Hermetic principle, aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions with the universal mind to create a reality that reflects your deepest desires. But here's a crucial point. This process isn't about controlling the universe. It's about co-creating with it. The universal mind is infinitely wise, and sometimes it delivers what we need rather than what we think we want. This requires trust. Trust in the process and trust in your connection to the universal mind. So how do we deepen this connection and align even more fully with the universal mind? How do we overcome the doubts and fears that hold us back? In the final section, we'll explore the practices and mindsets that can help you unlock your full creative potential. So far, we've explored the idea that the universe is mental, the role of attention, and the subconscious in shaping reality, and how aligning with the universal mind unlocks our creative potential. But the journey doesn't end there. To truly live by this principle, we must embrace specific practices and mindsets that anchor this understanding in our daily lives. Let's start with trust. One of the greatest obstacles to manifesting our desires is doubt. It's natural to question whether this process works, especially when results aren't immediate. But think of a seed. When you plant it, you don't see it sprout the next day. Yet you trust that with time and care, it will grow. The same principle applies here. Trust the process and remain patient. Next, cultivate gratitude. Gratitude isn't just a feel-good emotion. It's a powerful tool for aligning with the universal mind. When you express gratitude, you're sending a clear signal that you recognize and appreciate the abundance in your life. This creates a feedback loop. The more grateful you are, the more the universe provides for you to be grateful for. Gratitude also shifts your focus away from lack and toward abundance. Instead of dwelling on what you don't have, you begin to see and attract opportunities that align with your desires. Start each day by listing 3 things you're grateful for, and watch how your perspective and your reality transforms. Another key practice is mindfulness. In a world full of distractions, staying present is one of the most challenging and rewarding things you can do. Mindfulness helps you break free from the constant chatter of your mind and reconnect with the present moment, where your creative power truly resides. Spend a few minutes each day observing your thoughts without judgment. Notice where your attention goes and gently bring it back to the present. This simple practice strengthens your mental clarity and enhances your ability to focus on what truly matters. Finally, embrace your role as a co-creator. Remember, you're not just a passive observer of the universe. You're an active participant in shaping it. Each thought, emotion, and action is like a brushstroke on the canvas of reality, so choose your colors wisely. The universe is mental, and the power to shape it is in your hands. If this resonated with you, don't stop here. Subscribe and join us for more insights that will change how you see the world.